So there's a lot when we're diagnosed with cancer that we can't control, and that's the truth. But what these videos are all about is to remind us that there are so many things that we can control to help ourselves go through it so that we have a better experience. And one of these fundamental ways in which we can help ourselves is by practicing self-advocacy. What is self-advocacy? Basically, it means reminding yourself that you play an active role throughout this experience. And it means remembering that you get to speak up, you get to ask questions, you get to ask for clarification and further information, and you get to use your voice to make sure that you understand things so that you can make decisions that are best for you. And I do appreciate you may be thinking as I'm saying this that of course I should advocate for myself. It's my body. But sometimes when we're in the moment, we forget. We forget that this is our right and our responsibility to advocate for ourselves, because as we all know, it's our health and it's our well-being that's at stake here. And sometimes we may struggle to initially advocate for ourselves because we've never been in a situation, we've never been the patient before, diagnosed with a condition like cancer. Or it may be the first time that we're in a hospital as the patient, being seen by so many doctors and team members. And so we may forget. And so that's what this video is about. I want to share some examples of self-advocacy. And as I'm giving these examples, I'm hoping that one of them resonates with you, or you're thinking of your own examples of how you've advocated for yourself. One was from a client of mine who gathered the information about her surgical choices. She was told to do a specific surgery. She sat with her own gut and she listened to herself, and she chose to do the more aggressive surgery. And when the full pathology came back, the oncologist actually recognized that she had made the better of the two decisions because there was more cancer in the tissue than they first recognized. Another example of self-advocacy is when you feel in your gut that you need to have more frequent tests. The healthcare system is set up in a certain way, and we may not be able to get frequent scans as much as we want, but be okay with asking for what you need. You may be rejected, it may be declined, but that's okay. Don't be discouraged. Continue to ask for what your gut is telling you. Another example of self-advocacy was a client I worked with, and she experienced some harsh side effects after her first chemo, where she got dehydrated and had to be admitted. And so she used that information and she advocated for herself to have an IV drip set up for her second treatment, and that allowed her to take her power back. It allowed her to communicate what she wanted and what she needed in order to move forward. So in summary, self-advocacy is reminding ourselves that we play an active role in our assessment and in our treatment. It's remembering that our voice matters and that you have the ability to be your biggest ally throughout this process. And we can do that by advocating and speaking up for ourselves. So if self-advocacy is something that you know you struggle with, that's okay. Acknowledge this to yourself and invite another person who you trust and who you feel safe with to help you so that you can together make better informed decisions throughout the cancer journey.